Hello, welcome back to Unrest Digest. We're going to our favourite people once again at the Independent. Putin's puppet. Jesus, definitely not biased. Trump refuses to say if Ukraine should win the war against Russia. Donald Trump has been blasted for refusing to say he supported Ukraine to win its bloody war with Russia. It was branded Putin's puppet by Chris Christie. I've heard of that person. I don't know who they are. But he didn't really say that he wanted Ukraine to win or Russia to win. If he said he wanted Russia to win, then yeah, he would be Putin's puppet. He said he wanted people to stop dying. He wanted the war to end. He's on that side, and I'm on that side too. Donald Trump has been blasted for refusing to say he supported Ukraine to win it. I said that already. The Washington president was repeatedly asked by CNN host Caitlin Collins if he backed Ukraine in its 15-month conflict with Vladimir Putin's forces and repeatedly dodged the question. Yeah, I think he doesn't want to upset anyone on either side, so we can hopefully get in there against the presidency and end the war by not pissing off one side and siding with one of the, either Zelensky or Putin. Donald Trump refused to say tonight that he wanted Ukraine to win the war with Russia. More proof that he continues to be Putin's puppet. Really. The former Republican candidate for president tweeted, Collins asked Mr. Trump during the town hall from New Hampshire to say on the record if he supported Ukraine. I don't think, this is a quote, I don't think in terms of winning and losing, I think in terms of getting it settled so we stop killing all these people and breaking down this country, he told Collins. Oh, outrageous. Can't be saying things like that, Trump. You can't be painting the Ukraine flag on your head and screaming, go Ukraine. She then asked him again if he wanted Ukraine or Russia to win the conflict. I want everyone to stop dying. They are dying, Russians and Ukrainians. I want them to stop dying, he replied. But they don't want that. They want Russians to keep dying. Clearly, that's the side they're on. They're on the side of F Russia. Donald Trump refused to say tonight that, that's a tweet. Mr. Trump also repeated his bogus claim that it would take him one day in the Oval Office to end the conflict. Well, it was nearly ended. But then we had Mr. Boris come and see to that. Mr. Boris the warmonger and his allies and his friends. I'll have it done in 24 hours. You need the power of presidency to do it. And he added, excuse me. You know what? I will say this. I want Europe to put up more money. They should equalise. They have plenty of money. Yeah, this was a whole funny thing, wasn't it? Like back in the old Trump days, when he was trying to get NATO to cough up a bit more money. It was only the US who was paying the majority of the money. And the UK was paying its 2%. And I believe Greece was as well. But all these other countries weren't. And they were like, oh, Russia's not a threat. He was like, he was there in front of them all telling Germany, you need to get off the Russian oil. And they were laughing at him. They're not laughing now. And he boasted that the conflict would never even happen if he had remained in office. I 100% believe that. I think that everyone would be too scared to do anything. Maybe they should just put Trump in office forever just to stop people going to war in case he does something. I mean, if we had Donald Trump for life as president of the United States, but there was never a war again, I really don't see how bad things could get. What's the worst case scenario if that happens? If I were president, this never would have happened, and even the Democrats recognize that. Putin knew it would never have happened, and his pipeline would never have happened. A lot of things would never have happened. I should have read it in his voice. All those dead people, both Russian and Ukrainian, would not be dead today, and all those cities that are blown up and disintegrated to the ground would not have happened. Mr. Trump also tried to claim the very good relationship with the Ukraine president Volodymyr. Is it Volodymyr or Volodymyr? It's not Voldemort. Volodymyr Zelensky. Mr. Trump was impeached for the first time over a call in which he tried to get Mr. Zelensky to investigate Joe Biden in return for weapons. What? Mr. Trump was impeached for the first time over a call in which he tried to get Zelensky to investigate Joe Biden in return for weapons. I don't think that's how the call went. I think he was like, I don't want to say he was offering aid because that makes it seem like a quid pro quo. Yeah, speaking is not my best point today. He probably had seen the video where Joe Biden talks about firing a prosecutor and says, oh, what's all this stuff going on? If you get to the bottom of it, yeah, his reward, I think that's what he was getting at. I'd have to rehash the old video, get it up, watch it, read the transcript of the call and then go through. He was impeached over it and he wasn't ever found guilty on it. Because the Democrats didn't have enough people in the Senate to convict him. But that didn't stop them from going after him. And now they're going after him again. And again, and now he's running, so he's going after him again. All these silly, fake little trials are putting through. have a very good relationship with Zelensky because, as you know, he battled the phony impeachment hoax, number one. He said the president did nothing wrong. I was totally exonerated. By the way, total waste of time and money, Mr. Trump. Collins reminded the viewers that the former president had been impeached by Congress. Yeah, I listened to this. It was really great. It was a bit shaky at the start, but then he really came out on top with this silly woman that he called, they say, really not nice or really mean. He said to her. Let's see if they mentioned it. Collins asked Mr. Trump if he still had tremendous respect for Vladimir Putin, as he claimed while president. So he'd made a tremendous mistake. He's a smart guy. They want you to say he's a stupid person. Okay, he's not a stupid person. He is very smart and cunning, and Putin made a bad mistake, in my opinion. Yeah, but by him calling him, and I'm not disagreeing with him, it's like, yeah, he's a smart guy, but they're like, oh, he's complimenting Putin. That means they're best friends, and he's a puppet of Putin. I really don't see what Trump would be doing that's in Russia's favour. Remember that Russia invaded Ukraine not on Trump's watch, on Biden's watch. And that whole thing before in 2014 with the Ukraine that happened, can't remember, the Crimea. That was under Obama with Joe Biden as vice president. So if anything, Trump seemed to be getting in Putin's way, or maybe he just didn't want to put a foot forward while Trump was there, because